The United States Supreme Court, a bastion of justice and interpretation of the Constitution, wields the power to shape the nation's laws and sentiments. Two upcoming monumental cases in 2024, United States v. Rahimi and Cargill v. Garland, will significantly impact the interpretation of the Second Amendment. The outcomes could either cement or challenge the existing understanding of gun rights in America. United States v. Rahimi revolves around an intensely debated question: whether individuals under domestic violence restraining orders should possess firearms. On one side of the argument, gun control advocates contend that allowing access to guns for violent abusers could lead to increased fatalities. They argue that the safety of victims should be paramount, and that restricting firearms access is a necessary measure to ensure this. On the flip side, gun rights advocates perceive this case as a matter of constitutional rights and due process. They argue that the presumption of innocence until proven guilty is a cornerstone of American justice. Restricting gun rights based on allegations, they claim, infringes on this fundamental principle. The second case, Cargill v. Garland, delves into the legality of bump stocks, devices that allow semi-automatic weapons to fire at nearly automatic rates. This case also raises questions about the authority of government agencies. The central issue here is whether the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, or ATF, overstepped its authority by banning bump stocks. Gun rights activists express concern about the potential overreach of administrative agencies. They argue that the ATF's decision to prohibit bump stocks encroaches upon the legislative power of Congress. On the contrary, gun control supporters assert that the ATF's decision was a necessary response to prevent the misuse of firearms and protect public safety. These two cases encapsulate the ongoing gun control debate in America. United States v. Rahimi and Cargill v. Garland are not just about domestic violence restraining orders and bump stocks, respectively. They represent larger issues: the balance between individual rights and public safety, the interpretation of the Second Amendment, and the checks and balances within our government. The impact of these cases extends beyond gun control. They challenge us to think about the nature of our laws, the power of government agencies, and the principles we uphold as a nation. As the Supreme Court prepares to rule on these cases, we are reminded of the importance of an informed citizenry in shaping the future of our nation. In conclusion, these Supreme Court cases are pivotal in the ongoing gun control debate. They will shape the future interpretation of the Second Amendment, and their outcomes will influence the balance between individual rights and public safety. As we anticipate the court's decisions, we are reminded of the power and responsibility of the Supreme Court in interpreting the Constitution and shaping the nation's laws.